I love to do some preliminary sketches before I work on any drawing. Let me show you what a steady sketch looks like. Not exactly what you expected, right? Now let's get to the main work. So the basic tools and materials I often use are charcoal and blending stumps. I haven't yet spoken about my journey as an artist, and I may have to do that in a special video someday. Until then, you will hear bits and pieces. I always had special interest in drawing, but I never got to it till I entered university. It all started when I chanced upon the works of Emmanuel Dascanio, which roused my interest. But I struggled with consistency at the time because of my studies. Pursuing art hasn't always been a smooth one. I've had people who've motivated me, and others who have thought it was a complete waste of time. There were times where I was extremely excited to pick up my art tools and draw, and there were times I quit art for so many years. After university, I had a chance to work with a professional painter at a high school. His name is Mr. Tego, and I'm sure he's going to see this video. He taught me to be bold in expressing myself through my artworks. He also exposed me to a lot about the theory of colors. As I earlier said, I'll tell you more about my journey as an artist in another video. Just as I was about to abandon drawing once again, my wife told me I've got gold in my hands and should use it, and that traditional art will always have its place despite the emergence of AI. Every artwork is triggered by a particular motivation or story, and this drawing is no exception. I'm particularly intrigued by the tongue. A boneless flesh, yet with so much power of influence, persuasion and control. I realize my life has always been shaped by the things I say, so I'm always conscious that life and death lies in the tongue, and I deliberately use red to represent the power of the tongue. For I heard of a man who often said he doubted he would live beyond his 40s, and truly he passed on before he clocked 50. And I also heard of a lady who always said she'll be her own boss. She was always struggling to get a good job and was never able to obtain a permanent employment. But now she's an employer of several workers, and I think her words have a part to play in her success. So be mindful of what you say. After every drawing, I use a fixative. And that fixative spray is very toxic, so I try to prevent it from getting indoors.